नमस्कार। अध्ययन आईएएस के डिजिटल लर्निंग वर्ल्ड में आपका स्वागत है। देश और दुनिया की नवीनतम घटनाओं से अपडेटेड रहने के लिए हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। Namaskar viewers, welcome to our Budget 2024 series. In this section, we have brought the exact numbers of expenditure, receipts and deficits of the government compared with the last year and a lot more. We have sourced this data from the budget documents of the Government of India and simplified them for your better understanding. In this video, you will find receipts and expenditures along with deficits of Government of India, Prime Minister's motto for upliftment of four major categories: GYAN, Garib, Mahila, Yuva and Annadata, the acronym which stole the highlight in this interim budget, and also the budget allocated to union ministries. Let's get started. The mantra for this year's budget was Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas and Sabka Vishwas, with the whole nation approach of Sabka Prayas. But before we begin diving into the details, here are some key terms for you to look onto. Fiscal deficit, FD. Fiscal deficit is the adverse fiscal balance, which is difference between the revenue receipts plus non-debt capital receipts, that is, total of the non-debt receipts and the total expenditure. In simple terms, it is the difference between the total income and total expenditure of the government. Fiscal deficit is reflective of the total borrowing requirement of the government. It occurs when a government's total expenditures exceed its total revenue. Revenue deficit, RD. Revenue deficit refers to the excess of revenue expenditure over revenue receipts. Effective revenue deficit, ERD. Effective revenue deficit is the difference between revenue deficit and grant in aid for creation of capital assets. Primary deficit. Primary deficit is measured as fiscal deficit less interest payments. Effective capital expenditure. Effective capital expenditure, or FCAPEX, refers to the sum of capital expenditure and grants in aid for creation of capital assets. BE refers to budget estimates, are the funds allocated every year during the union budget to all ministries, departments, sectors and schemes. RE refers to revised estimates. Revised estimates are presented in the mid-year in order to have a look-up to remaining budget. If there are any extra forecasts mentioned, the Parliament approves funds before they get fully spent. Actuals. Actuals represent how much money was actually utilized after the tasks are done, and the final expenses can be different from estimates in case of determining the actuals. Thus, they are made available after 2 years of that particular budget. Let's take a look at the numbers of expenditure, receipts and deficits in the new budget compared with the previous ones. Total expenditure. The revised estimates 2023-24 for the total expenditure were estimated at 44,90,486 crores, out of which 9,50,246 crore was the total capital expenditure, while the sanctioned amount in the previous union budget was 45,03,097 crores. The revised estimate 2023-24 for capital expenditure is more than the actuals of 2022-23 by 2,97,328 crores. In the budget estimates for 2024-25, the amount to be sanctioned for total expenditure is Rs 47,65,768 crore, out of which total capital expenditure is 11,11,111 crore. Budget 2024-25 reflect continuing strong commitment of the Union government to boost economic growth by investing in infrastructure development, leading to an increase in capital expenditure by 16.9% over revised estimates 2023 to 2024. Total receipts. The budget estimates for the financial year 2024 to 25 of total receipts, which include revenue and capital receipts, is rupees 47 lakh 65,768 crores, which is 5.8% more than the previous year's budget estimates. Also, the total receipts, which were rupees 41 lakh 93,157 crores in 2022 to 23, rose up to rupees 44 lakhs 90,486 crores in 2023 to 24. Effective capital expenditure. It is the sum of capital expenditure and grants for creation of capital assets. In the recent budget estimates for 2024 to 25, rupees 40 lakh 96,693 crores was sanctioned, which is more than that of financial year 2023 to 24, that is rupees 13 lakh 70,949 crores. Let's talk about the deficits. Revenue deficit. The budget estimates for revenue deficit stood at rupees 6,53,383 crores for the financial year 2024 to 25, while of financial year 2023 to 24 were rupees 8,69,855 crores. The revised estimates of revenue deficit for 2023 to 24 is rupees 8,40,527 crores. Moreover, the revenue deficit in 2022 to 23 was rupees 10,69,926 crores. Fiscal deficit. The fiscal deficit dropped by 0.17% to rupees 17,34,773 crores in this year's revised estimates, compared to rupees 17,37,755 crore actuals of 2022 to 23. In the new budget 2024 to 25, fiscal deficit was announced at rupees 16,85,494 crores. Primary deficit. The new budget shows primary deficit at rupees 4,95,054 crores, which is 29% less than previous union budget. These numbers stood at rupees 6,79,346 crores in revised estimates 2023 to 24. Sources of revenue and expenditure. Firstly, we'll talk about where does the money come from. The most part of money comes from borrowings and other liabilities, then from taxes, say income tax, corporation tax, goods and service tax, and other taxes. Thereafter, from non-tax receipts, union excise duty, customs, non-debt capital receipts. And where does the money go? The most part of the money goes into interest payments, state's share of tax duties and central sector scheme, then to centrally sponsored schemes and subsidies, defense, finance commission and other expenditures, also to pensions. Focus areas of upcoming budget 2024 to 25. On the top of Nirmala Sitharaman's budget acronyms in her speech was GYAN. GYAN stands for Garib, Youth, Annadata and Nari. The government, through its policies and security schemes, will look to empower the most economically disadvantaged and address the problems faced by the youth by translating them into India's strength. It will also be the government's priority to boost the farmers' income while ensuring food security and strengthening the women of India. Garib Kalyan, Desh Ka Kalyan. DBT has led to savings of rupees 2.7 lakh crores. Credit assistance to 78 lakh street vendors under PM Swanidhi. PM Janaman Yojana to aid the development of particularly vulnerable tribal groups. PM Vishwakarma Yojana provides end-to-end support to artisans and craft people engaged in 18 trades. Second is empowering the youth. Fostering entrepreneurial aspirations of youth. 43 crore loans sanctioned under PM Mudra Yojana. Welfare of farmers. Annadata. Direct financial assistance to 11.8 crore farmers under PM Kisan Yojana. Crop insurance to 4 crore farmers under PM Fasal Bima Yojana. Integration 1,361 mandis under ENAM supporting trading volume of rupees 3 lakh crores. Fourth is Nari Shakti. 30 crore Mudra Yojana loans dispersed to women entrepreneurs. Increased female enrollment in higher education by 28% in 10 years. 43% of female enrollment in STEM courses. 1 crore women assisted by 83 lakh SHGs to become Lakhpati Didis. Budget allocation for specific ministries. In the 6th Union Budget presented by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, she made various announcements related to budget allocations for several ministries. Let's have a look from the highest allocation to the lowest. Ministry of Defence received rupees 6.2 lakh crores. Ministry of Road Transport and Highways rupees 2.78 lakh crores. Ministry of Railways rupees 2.55 lakh crores. Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution rupees 2.13 lakh crores. Ministry of Home Affairs rupees 2.03 lakh crores. Ministry of Rural Development rupees 1.77 lakh crores. Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizers rupees 1.68 lakh crores. Ministry of Communication rupees 1.37 lakh crores. Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare rupees 1.27 lakh crores. Increased sanction amount in major schemes. Budget estimates 2024-25 for Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme are rupees 86,000 crores compared to rupees 60,000 crore in the previous year budget. Budget estimates rose to rupees 7,500 crore from rupees 7,200 crore for Ayushman Bharat PMJ Yojana, rupees 6,200 crores and rupees 6,903 crores were given to production linked incentive scheme and modified program for development of semiconductors and display manufacturing ecosystem respectively. Also, rupees 8,500 crores were given for solar power grids compared to rupees 4,970 crores in 2023 to 24. The budget for National Green Hydrogen Mission also rose from rupees 297 crores to rupees 600 crores for the upcoming fiscal year. Thanks for staying us here till the end. Coming up in our next videos, we will give you an elaborated information on the government strategy for Amrit Kal in this year's budget and its aim for Viksit Bharat. More about government say on infrastructure, railways, aviation sector, green energy, tourism sector and more. Catch us in our next video soon. If you like the video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and tell us how you feel about our video in the comment section. For more updates of India and the world, stay connected with Adhyayan IAS.